Yeah, hi everyone. I hope you have enjoyed my last video. So, it is a continuation to the same video. I forgot to add I have added few more links in this. Like one is your what's my name dot app, which will be used, let me just bring out my browser here to let's suppose, you know. So this website I usually use a lot, you know, uh, to identify if I have to find certain user based on some filters. This website gives a lot of good information about, if I have to search about somebody. So if I'll say, like, if I have to search about, let's suppose, Bill Gates, I'll just click on search. uh, So if you see, it has started searching for the complete web, the websites, all around the internet, to provide the profiles based on, the username that we have provided, Bill Gates. The best part about this website that you can apply filters into it, like if I really want to search somebody based on, let's suppose, political, and I put a filter named with political, it is only going to give me the results based on the political. Okay, if I use, like, to find out somebody with this username, let's suppose, if you see that this user Bill Gates, it has no information, no nothing, so it means it's a fake profile that is being created on the Bill Gates name. Similarly, we have a lot of information. This website I generally use a lot whenever I have to search about a user, a document, or something like that. So this website comes very handy when it comes to, the username and all. Another website which, if I'll, it's not a website, but it's a plugin. It's the, instant data scrapper. If you really want to see the the thing about this is that it only works in Chrome or the Brave browser. So if you want to think about how this instant data scrapper, works, you go to any website, let's suppose YouTube, and you search about here, let's suppose hacker. You click on data scrapper. It will start scraping all the links that are there, on it. And the best about it, you just click on CSV, you create, you open the CSV, and here you go. It provide all the results neat and clean in the column format. So whenever you are doing the investigations, the data scrappers, this really helps a lot when, when you have to search about website, the metadata and all that stuff. So if you see the metadata sniffing, that it has done from the YouTube itself, it has a lot of information in this. But this today's video is not about that. Today's video is all about the sock puppets. So, a sock puppet is a very critical concept when it comes to, I'll just close this one. When it comes to the OSINT investigations, you know, the sock puppets are nothing but the fake profiles that you create that look like a real identity on the internet. Okay, so for an example, like if I am like what I will do, let's suppose, because so like for an example, if I'll go to the internet, all my information will be stored in the form of the cookies on the internet. Okay, and whether it's the authentication, or nowadays many websites they even apply some trackers onto the onto their website, who is coming, from which IP it is coming, from which location it is coming, the metrics they create it maybe for marketing and all that stuff. So this information is is available with everybody. Anybody can code the a simple JavaScript and they can start storing that information onto their website using the API calls. So what are sock puppet? A sock puppet is nothing but an online identity designed especially for investigations. I have created a lot of my sock puppet accounts. Definitely I'm not going to showcase in this video because it will reveal my identity as well. But usually sock puppets are the accounts that you create online for investigations. They are also known as the thread profiles, and or generally we call them as the burner accounts. You will see a lot of movies in which the investigators they use a very small phone, which they call it as the burner phones. So these sock puppets they are generally being called as the burner accounts, burner phones, burner SIM cards, and all that stuff. You know. Sock puppet account should be well maintained and look alike like the real accounts. So whatever you are creating online, it should look like the real accounts. I will go through some of the points how you can make it a real look profile. But it doesn't mean that you have to put your own picture or your own data, your own mobile number or your own email ID. No, that is wrong, but I will come to those points in my next slide. So sock puppet threat profile usually comes with the three levels to maintain the anonymity online. One is the overt, covert, and clandestine. And you need to spend a lot of time, to create pictures, use some posts, add users, comments, and all that stuff on your profile to make it look like a real profile. But make sure that whenever you creating the profile, it should not link to any of your political things. Many people they put a lot of political post online, hatred post, hatred speeches, and sometimes based on religion, caste, color. Make sure that you create the sock puppet account which are clearly away from all these things. So why we need the sock puppet accounts? Sock puppet accounts are, because the privacy is inversely proportional to the OSINT, and that is why we definitely need the sock puppet account. Just, apologies for this one by OSINT. It should be privacy inversely proportional to OSINT, so that we always remains under the hood when we are investigating. Okay, I'll go through some of the case studies how these sock puppet accounts are being maintained and created online, how they are being maintained. And for longer time there was one very nice case study of Robin Say's story, you know uh, which is very nice, and it is still be used in a lot of fake profiles. Second major point why we need the sock puppet accounts, because many a times we have to investigate the cyber criminals who could be really the mafias, for okay, or the or the state sponsored attacks, who can actually dox us back with our own footprints that left online. Okay, so for an example, you visit a website today, you are investigating and you are using your own the real account, the real IP address, the real network, and uh, to move to any web application and on the internet or all that stuff. So, they store your information in the form of the cookies, the metrics that they create based on the visits, the type of search that you do. So, for an example, you go to Google today, you search about anything on, you're looking for maybe some product online, and immediately that you will see in your Facebook or all everywhere that it started appearing in your account. So this is how these search engines they store a lot and lot of your data at the back end, to provide a valuable information to you. But if they want to sell your information, it's already available with them. So for example, you go to US, you will see a lot of times these Facebook heads and Facebook heads, Google head, they are being called, the CEOs basically, they are being called in front of law firms, to present whether you are storing any data of the customers and all this stuff, and you will sense it that yes, they are storing a lot of our data with them. And if the government of US, they say that we want your data, we want the data what people are doing, maybe for some cyber criminal activity to avoid terrorism, and all that's all the things, and so they might provide our data to them as well. So it is very important that whenever we are doing these types of investigations, maybe you are doing investigation against some agency of a different or of a different country. Maybe they are snooping into your data and you identify, now you are tracing them back and you land into a different country where where you were investigating about them, and in the end you might reveal your identity as well. So a very nice case study of Eric Toller, the creator of the Bellingcat. He released a a nice information about the army arm of the KGB, where he put it, the let me just show you this information. Okay, a very nice case study where he revealed the information about the GRU officer Oleg, I don't know how to pronounce this, Ivanikov, and who is, Andriy Andrew Ivanikov, I think so. This, and then in the end, it's a GRU officer, and we all know that GRU is nothing but a army arm of the KGB. So if you are revealing such an information, and the KGB might come to your house at after some time, they will be keep and they will start knocking the the doors, that how they, so whenever you are doing such things, make sure that you keep your identity always very 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 low, so that you can be not traced back. That is very very important. Another very interesting story is about the Robin Say story. So Robin stage is a very funny story as well, and a very important story, for our a very important case study for our sock puppet. That it's a fictional American cyber threat analyst created by Thomas Wren in 2009, and and here it is mentioned as 300 people, but it is actually more than that. If you search about him on Google, you will see how he was able to, uh, uh, able to get in contact with the a lot of people in the in the army, special forces, and all those things. So it's a very nice case study. I expect everybody to to look to its case study from Wikipedia, and you can just Google about this case study a lot. Next, a few points. I'll keep this video very short, but very important, very uh, informative. So why some points to ponder when we are working on sock puppets, that the very first thing is that we have to maintain the principle of anonymity, so that whatever we are doing, it should be very clean. If you can buy two laptops, I usually keep two laptops with me. One is for my original work, where some types of malware analysis and all that stuff I do using my VMware and all those things. But when I have to do a real investigations, where the real threats or real malwares comes in, or a real investigation about a real attack, or I have to trace back somebody online, I use a different laptop with me. But if you cannot, make sure that the laptop that you are using is completely uh, it's completely isolated from all the activities that you are doing, because it will keep you under the hood, so that you cannot be traced back. The second thing is very important. You will see this in movies a lot, that many of the agencies, whether it's RNW or or CIA, or the Israeli agencies and all those, they keep a different they keep a different phone. We call it as a burner phone, which is completely isolated, a normal small button phones where they use a SIM card. Whatever they do, they just break the phone after that. So those things we call it as the burner phones. We'll see this all things in practical. It's not that we are just doing the theory. I hardly like theory. It's all practical that we are going to do. Make sure that whatever profiles that you fill in, it should be very neat. Use the fake generated images for profile pictures. How to generate it, I will show it to you. I generally keep the generic pics like cartoons or travel. I create a lot of albums which have a lot of travel history, and I generally do not keep these images from my own click pictures, because of course these images will again provide a lot of metadata, a lot of information in the form of metadata. So I do not use my own click pictures. I use Telegram, I use AI to generate those pictures. Long back when AI was not there, I used to download those pictures from Telegram, and I use Anime, and make sure that these pictures are not searchable on internet. Okay, so many times I have seen that a lot of investigators, they use the sock puppet pictures and images, uh, and they take it from Google, and whenever somebody hits them back, these pictures are already available on internet. So immediately it will come to know that these pictures are nothing but, and these accounts are nothing but the sock puppet accounts, are fake accounts, and not a real like pictures or a real like accounts. Whenever you are creating these picture or the accounts, make sure that avoid political content, because these Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, if you put hate speeches against some political parties, against religion, against color, against the ongoing wars and all that stuff, they generally take those accounts down. So make sure that these accounts, whenever you are creating, they should not be these accounts should not contain these types of things. Only then you can make this sock puppet account look a real like account. You add some post, you add normal post, put some funny jokes, put some travel history, put some travel albums, put some cartoons, put for an example, if you're putting a cartoon image on your profile, make and the your profile should match to the image that you are putting onto your profile picture. It should not that you're putting a cartoon image on your profile picture and then you are posting political parties and or text stuff onto it. So if you are a techie, if you put tech stuff, make sure that your image also, profile picture should also say something about being techie. It should not that, okay, you put a hacker image onto it and then you start doing, no, no, it is not nice. So if you sit with the real investigators, because I have been into this field from long, we have done a lot of investigations, we have created a lot of sock puppet accounts, the burner accounts. I generally call them burner accounts, but sock puppet generally goes in the market, so that is why, but I generally call them the burner accounts. I've created a lot and lot of burner accounts for me, you know, that serve my purpose, but you know, but this purpose should actually met, okay, and the cause of that purpose should always met. I always keep a private mode on these social media accounts. Like if I'm creating something on Instagram or Facebook, I always keep these profiles in my private mode. I do not keep it open for anybody to come and look for it, so that I keep the privacy always with me. You should add the random people from the internet. It should not be only the known people should be there. No, you keep on adding the random people. You have some normal chats with them, normal talk, so that when if even if you get caught while investigating some case, even if some agency caught you back, or cyber criminals or the mafias, they catch you back, you're they whenever they are reading your profile, when they hack into your profile, it should not reveal any sort of personal information about you on that particular profile, so that your family or your known ones and loved ones will always be safe. The reason why my anonymity always being kept hidden, because I follow the principle very very carefully. It is not that any of my real profile looks similar to any of my sock puppet. No, it's a completely different, it's a completely opposite. My sock puppet accounts are never with the tech pages or tech images. Sock puppet accounts that I create has a lot and lot of a different kind of personality that I have on those accounts. That it should not relate to any of my personality, and those accounts are not even near to be used using my laptops, the laptops that I use for my day-to-day work, or the mobile phones that I use for day-to-day. No, they are completely being used with a lot of proxies, so that the trace back, whenever somebody is doing the trace back, the at least they should have a different level of the walls available with them. So if they cross one wall at the back, there should be another wall, or there should be another barrier or other stuff. So this is how you will be able to maintain the sock puppets accounts online. Now we'll go through some of the websites. I have copied all this stuff over here. So if you are going through this, you will get to have all the websites with you. Okay. So we'll see all these websites one by one, so that whatsoever you are doing, it will always be available with you. Okay. I have put it on GitHub. I have updated my GitHub uh, profile as well. So let's look at the very first thing is you know, the emails, the fake emails that I use. Or let's suppose let's first use the fake name creator. I generally use fake na.me. It is a very good website that, come on, yeah. I don't know why it happens. Let me use a VPN to it. Let me use the browser VPN. Let me search on this. Here it is. en.fakename.com. I think the website name was a bit wrong. Let me just copy this, and let me just update the page. Uh, okay. So let's suppose I want to generate the name with this. Let me just check if it is. Let me just close this one. So let's suppose I want to create a name. I'll just click on generate, and we get some name with Albert Green. Let's suppose I'm doing some investigation in maybe in Russia. Okay, so I'll just create a random profile with male, and I'll get a lot of information about it. The name, the address, geo coordinates, mother maiden name, my date, age, zodiac sign, some fake phone numbers, work phone, email ID, you know, if I'll just click on this, it will go, it, the best part about this website that it will take me to a email where I can, just add this email as a fake email, and then I can get all those emails over there. Okay. I get the username, I get password, I get the website, the browser agents, plastic card, sorry, the debit or the credit card expires, the bonus, where I work, you know, a lot and lot of information that I get from this, okay, this website. So this is how you generally generate a fake name over here. The very first thing that, the second thing that I use is the email generator. Let me just close the, I don't need anymore. Switch off. The fast mail, it gives, so you can just sign up over this website and you can create a fake, email account over here. But if you ask me personally, what I generally use is the crypto Gmail. Okay, this is my favorite site which I generally use. Okay, the crypto Gmail. The best part about it, you refresh it as many as times as you want, and it always give you a fake email. Okay, a fake email account. You go, you create you create a Gmail account with this name. You start getting OTPs and everything over here. Another very cool fake email generating site is the temp mail, which I remember I use it during my pen testing days, where I need a fake OTP, or to perform certain things, or a fake or a phishing when I'm performing some phishing attacks using those things, using those web applications, where open redirection or the host error injection and all that stuff is there. I generally use temp mail a lot. Another important site, which is which I don't personally use much, but I have seen a lot of few of my investigator friends, they use the Dropmail email, because it has a lot of additional services. You can go for multiple this thing. You can search for you can provide a forwarding on this. You can restore access there. There are telegram bot, and there is an android application available for this as well. Generally my investigator friends, they use it for the APIs. They have configured the APIs into their own application, so that whenever they are generating, they can use this, and it generate everything onto their email gateways, onto their web application, which have configured the email gateways with them, and they can get all the emails over there. Another site which I use a lot for canary tokens. Canary tokens are nothing but a targeted alert. Whenever let's suppose anybody come to your website, you have already seen somebody is hacking onto your this uh, you know somebody has already hacked into your application, and now you want them to click on something. Okay, or let's suppose you wanted to know their location and all that stuff, so you can build a canary token link from it, I think. And then you will get an alert onto it, and you can perform a lot of and you can get a lot of information out of it. Okay, so this is how I start using the 20-minute mail. Then to create fake images, I generally use this person does not exist. Okay, so if you go there, you see this person does not exist.com. Let me just search on Google this com random phrase, this person does not exist. You can see a lot of images. You refresh, you get a real look like picture of the people available on internet. Okay, now if you put an en onto this, and this side, if you really want to change something, you can go to this side. Let's suppose you're some 26, you're Asian, refresh, you get an Asian site. Okay, so this is free of cost, you can use this. I'll just update another this thing. Another paid website is generated photos, but this is a you know paid website. I hardly use this website, but if you want you can use this. But the best thing that I do is the Telegram. I go to Telegram and I start searching for the bot pictures, and you can just start using those travel pictures and all that stuff. Another cool thing that has come recently is the Microsoft AI image generator, which gives you few coins, to create the images, a real like images. I'm using it a lot, and it is giving me a lot of cool stuff, and maybe I'm going to use this for my sock puppet in near future. But as of now, I'm just using the previously showed websites, you know, uh, for creating my sock puppet accounts. A very important and a very cool website, which is mysudo.com, which I'm using it from long, which gives you a complete privacy on the internet. The best part about it has a Google Play Store application where you can log in, you can register for it, you can it has all in one privacy app where you can apply for some SIMs, your social accounts, your the browsing and all that stuff. It is going to take care of each and everything. Then a very common website which is textfree.us. So text free will provide a random phone number whenever, let's suppose you are doing. I usually use it for pen testing, if I'll be very honest with you. I don't use it for my sock puppet, but oh, what happened to this? Is it down? Because I have not used it from no, textfree.us. No, the website is live. Sorry. So this website, textfree.us, is the similar website like mysudo, where you can have a phone number and start having the OTPs and all that stuff. So I use it for pen testing, and sometimes I have not used it for any sort of sock puppet. I generally use the eSIM. Okay, the a website, a very nice website called as onlinesim.io. Okay. Uh, I generally use this website, for purchasing it for SIM cards, and I keep it. I always keep this SIM very neat and clean whenever I am doing any investigation. I always buy a new SIM and I use it in a burner phone. The burner phone cost me a very cheap, like 10, $15, to buy it. Like 50, if I'll say in India, it will cost me only like 1500, 2000. I just buy it somewhere, I use it and I throw it. So many times we do it, and many a times a lot of investigators also do it. Another very good website is the onlinesim.io, okay, which gives you a lot of nice and clean SIM cards. This you can use it for you know for this thing. Another very good site, sorry about that, is the eSIM Plus. Why it has Okay, eSIM plus. Let me check why it is not coming. Or maybe it is banned in my country. Let me just change it to US. Okay, let's now search. Open eSIM Plus. It should be open. I used it a few days back only. Purchased a new SIM for some of the stuff that I'm doing. Let's wait. Internet connectivity is fine. I'm not using any VPN. I don't know what's the issue. Let me just eSIMplus.me. I don't know why it has failed on this. Just quit. I use it with Tor. Okay, eSIM Plus. Let's search for this. Yep. So it's working. I think some connection blocking maybe, but it is working fine because just few days back only I used to purchase a new SIM. It gives a very cheap rate to to get the SIM cards. So whenever I am doing any investigation, I just or whenever I'm traveling somewhere, I just buy this eSIM and I perform my investigation and all that stuff. So I generally go with the global eSIM or the regional eSIM. Let's suppose I'm going to America, I just find any country wherever I'm going. I just buy the eSIM and I get my work done. But this is a very good site whenever we are performing, whenever we are creating any sock puppets, fake accounts on Gmail or somewhere where the phone numbers are required, to to create the accounts. So I hope you like this video. This is how the real investigators they work online and they create stuff. One another thing that I really wanted to showcase you guys is like many people say me that they use proxy chains. Like I had a few days back discussion with a lot of with in the community where they were telling me why Dipanshu that why don't you use the the proxy chains. I told them that I don't like proxy chains much because here I need to create a lot of proxies, and sometimes they those proxies and sometimes those accounts or those authentication SOC 5 proxies, they generally don't work most of the times. So it is a very a waste of time for me. So I just, if you want to see proxy chains 4, so generally people use strict chain, but I uses the random chain. My proxy DNS is always on to avoid the DNS leaks. Okay, now it is the remote DNS subnet 224. This is fine, no need to change. I generally like to keep my local net 192.168.0.0 on, but I will keep it off as of now. I need to do a lot of configurations after this. And this is a SOC 4, connected. So this is set for Tor. This is a local count that will a local a local tunnel to connect to internet using the Tor. So how to use this? I don't prefer this, but if you really want to use it, I'll close the Brave browser. You know, close all. Sudo proxy chains 4, and I'll just write Firefox. Remove sudo. Many times I have seen that Firefox don't work with this, but if you see now at the back end that the proxy chains is loaded up in the Firefox. Okay, now whatever you will search on it, let's suppose we'll go to internet at the back end, just let's see what happens. Okay. So now whatever you are going to search on internet, it will take you to through its proxy chain. Let's suppose I search for hacker. Okay, let's suppose I search for hacker. So whatever is going, it is going through the this proxy chains. I hope you understand the concept. This is a very old concept. I personally don't like to use Tor like this. I like to go with the Brave browser. I expect everybody to use that. It is a very nice feature in the Brave browser. You know, you all should use it. I really expect this. So my next video, I don't know what it will be on. I would really like to show something practically, like recently I was doing a lot of stuff in investigation where I identify certain vulnerable machines that are present on Shodan, and I use those vulnerable machines, to get the information and to secure the organization the that I was working on. So like not recently, but a little bit back. So I'm planning to create a video on that Shodan one, like how I identify that some of the devices were leaked on internet and how I secured it. All that, all those things I'm planning to do it, but I'm not sure when I will be publishing it. But something related to that I might upload. So thank you everyone. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you really enjoy it, please do like, share, subscribe, and help the community to read and learn something new that and you want to teach it to everybody. I have updated the GitHub as well, so do look into it, and I really find it amazing if somebody put comments or they want to contact me, for to provide more how they investigate if these things. So I really expect everyone to to provide their feedback. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, team.